Hello and welcome to another day of Pokemon D&D. I am your little dungeon master, Pokemon God, your RCS. Hello, Elfington! Welcome to the stream! Welcome! Today is a nice day. It's Pokemon D&D day. So this is going to be fun, where your points can drive the story. Yeah! So, we have our dice, we have everything all set. So, last we left off, we finished a big tournament style battle, which helped level us up. Yes. And we've learned some stuff about our Pokemon here. Hello, Loot! Thank you! Ooh, the gains! Thank you for the gains, Cairo Moon! So, with the gains, we will add one attack buff to one of the Pokemon. We'll just start with our lead mon, Strawberry here. Thank you for the gains. Yes, points do determine the story, so let's get to it. So, last we left off, we finished a big tournament style battle. It was rough, but we got through it. We managed. And now, after all that, we will be continuing on with the story. So, after the big tournament battle, and after everything that happened there, our character here, Marlene Swirlix, is feeling pumped. They want to keep on going, can't stop, won't stop kind of energy we got. So, with that kind of energy going, the announcement comes on. Will all participants of the contest please gather around and get yourselves ready. So, everyone who signed up for the contest, including our character Marlene here, heads to the main stage area. And of course, we have a couple of other people here. Jean Blanc there, who tried to woo our character Marlene before. Wasn't super successful on that. And there are at least a couple other people as well here. But mainly, the main two seems to be just Marlene and Jean-Luc. But again, there's many other people here because this contest was advertised to be basically beginner friendly. Like, you didn't have to have all the bells and whistles for this contest. And so, the first portion of the contest will... Thank you for the head patch, Cairo Moon! Thank you! So, for the head patch, thank you for the Suki! For the head patch and the Suki! We are not only petting our Pokemon here, Tart. Again, she feels soft because Happy. And, like, the Suki also raises friendship. That is very important. Let's keep this in mind. Well, thank you very much. So, yes. So, with that out the way, the first round of the contest rules are explained. Thank you! Let's go! 1K high! Anyhow, so, the first part of the contest is explained that this will be mainly a contest on how well the Pokemon and trainers here can mix up their moves and make the better looking showcase. Mainly as to wow the people who are coming in and entering. So, out of the 3 Pokemon we can choose 1, 2, or 3. So, let's play rock, paper, scissors here. Rock, we got Strawberry, who is our Swirlix. Our Swirlix is red, strawberry flavored in color, as Swirlix is usually pink. Strawberry is red, strawberry flavored cotton candy. We have Tart. This is Marlene's Happy. It is a baby, but babies are very cute. And lastly, we have Mandarin. Hello, Akio Tadakashi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the star. Yeah, you too. Listen in and enjoy the Pokemon D&D. So, the final Pokemon we have is Mandarin, who is our fire-type Vulpix. Mandarin has been shown to be able to manipulate fire in a very interesting way, in a way that not many Pokemon have been able to before. Like, when he sets off a blaze, if you watched the VOD on my YouTube channel, you would also understand that that blaze can do damage if Mandarin takes a physical hit. So, now we get to choose. Who shall we throw into the first round? Again, it's just a simple showcase round, nothing to show off, nothing like we can hold back. Or we can go all out. Because there's gonna be a couple rounds to this. While we decide on that. Let me grab the next one. Here. The next soundtrack, really. Ooh, no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, goodness. Oh, no, that genuinely sucks that that illnesses do that. I'm so sorry to hear. But I'm sure you'll hopefully, yeah, exactly. Yeah, feel free. Hi, Ophi! Hi! Welcome to the stream. Today is a Pokemon D&D day, so we have a couple options for the contest now. We can hold back, or we can start off very strong. So, you know what? I can roll for it. Let's roll for it. So let's see. I think this is an intuition thing rather than perception. Or like, yeah, I think this is an intuition thing. So, let's roll it. Okay. So that's 6 there. So, Marlene's more... Hello, narrator! Welcome to the stream! So, Marlene here... She is more akin to musical performances, but, like, competing-wise, she's not super... Thank you for the gains! Alright. As we learn, gains gives Pokemon 1 stat buff. Yep. One attack staff buff, really. So we're gonna give that to Tart there as well. So, hearing that there's gonna be a couple rounds for a concert, Marlene will probably try to hold herself back. And instead of going all out for this, because this is just a welcoming thing, she would probably start off with Tart here for this. And if with that, next would be our... Okay, let's see. Ooh, okay. So, now that we're ready, we've got the Pokemon here. Let's see how they do. So, let's start by rolling some more dice. So, let's start with the turn order. So, let's roll a couple of these. Because this welcoming thing is mainly just to see who will get to continue on in this concert. Thank you for the fire! Oh, as the contest starts with the welcoming. Let's go! Okay. So, first to go would be Marlene's little Tart here, who, you know, rolls up into a ball at first as they roll up onto the stage. You know, it's very cute. Very, very cute. And that would start to actually sabotage the people kind of going behind Marlene, as, you know, explosions and stuff are going on, mainly on stage, you know, mainly to get people hyped up, get people... Ah! Hello, Starlight Roseheart. Welcome to Pokemon D&D. Hopefully you're well. We are here playing, yes, with real dice. Let me just... Rolling. Anyhow. But yeah, this is Pokemon themed because I see a lot of people enjoy Pokemon here, so. With that, let me just... Because the levels here are just so unbalanced. So yeah, it would sabotage the Pokemon behind her. Ooh, that's so cute! But yes. It would start to sabotage the Pokemon behind her. Ooh. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, it would sabotage the Pokemon behind... Marlene's Chansey curling up and rolling onto the basically welcoming mat starts to kind of sabotage the Pokemon behind her, taking the attention away because, I mean, what's cute? What's really cute? Seeing this little Happiny roll up into a ball on stage? Like, that's flippin' adorable. And sadly, that would go. Let me roll another die here. Okay. So, and then it would go. Okay. So, Yeah, it would distract the people from the very pretty oratorio dancing. This oratorio is purple in color. To give you an idea. Yep. So, as they... And... Jean-Luc would have his Badoo row, right? And get a bit bigger from the sun, the environment, the hype around, and get everyone hyped and ready in the crowd as well. Let's see. Then there would be a car blast that's different in color. This car blast would be a very pretty, very, very pretty, a very pretty green color car blast here. And he'd leer at the crowd, also driving up the excitement, getting everyone hyped and ready. As the last in the line, this oratorio would try to bring the attention back with a growl. Again, a lot of these things are generating the hype right now. And now, let's do a couple more rolls. Okay. So, the next thing after, the Pokemon walk up, okay. So, the car blast right up in front would dash a bit ahead using a peck attack just to show off a little bit of his strength. Trying to get people to think it's cool and all. But let's see if yeah. So even though the Pokemon try to show off his strength using a peck to dash a bit ahead, Jean-Luc would not have that. No. Jean-Luc would pull this Pokemon back. Hi, Private Galay! Welcome to Pokemon DND! Yeah, so would, in a way, slow the Pokemon down using an Absorb. And yes, it does hit. You know what? Let's roll for this. How much does it? Ooh, okay. So, 14, 20, and 20, then minus how much? But 7. So 13, but where is? Okay, yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. So it goes through. And like, of course the guy owning this shiny car blast is like complaining that Jean-Luc basically attacked them. For like what reason? Right? So that's like getting the crowd drawn in, getting them interested. While Marlene instead continues to try and work the crowd. Having little Tart here blow sweet kisses. Driving excitement up even more. Like, first this Hapini curled up into a ball, and now it's blowing kisses. How flipping cute! Right? Like, you cannot say it's not cute. At least I wouldn't say it's not cute. So, and then finally, the Oricorio back here would try to go for a pound. And it's really effective. Like, because it's trying to dance as well. Because it seems like this contest has a variety level of people at different levels of experience in these kinds of things. So, yeah, the Oricorio's dancing, and, like, the pound looks more like part of a strong part of the dance. So, it's keeping the crowd hype, but we will see. Let's go. Okay. Ooh. Okay. 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 So. Out back in front. The car blast. Try to shake off the damage. We'll go back to trying to build back the excitement, trying to keep it cool, basically. As it goes for another Leer. And, like, yeah, it's building more hype, going around. And while John Luke tried to have his Badoo use growth again, it seems like the crowd did not appreciate the unsportsmanlike ship that went on with that. Did not appreciate it at all. They are not having it. So after the sweet kisses, next would be a... Hi, Iris the Demon! Welcome to Pokemon DND! Yeah! So, we're just in the welcoming phase of the contest, mainly to draw attention and see, like, who the crowd would want in this contest. Yep. So, thank you for the stars, too. So, Marlene would then, after blowing sweet kisses to the crowd, would then have her... Nice! Yeah, you did! Yeah, you did! Did I not give you your roll? Oh, no! That's silly of me! Let me do that right now. Hopefully... Yes. You should have gotten that back. If not... Oh! Well then, congratulations! I will make sure you get your lovely, lovely badge. Now... Make sure that we all have that. Great. And here you go. You're back into badge 1 phase. Woo! Anyhow. So, after blowing sweet kisses, now she would use a charm. And that brings the excitement up even higher. Like, oh my goodness, this Happiny just curled up into a... This Happiny curled up into a ball, rolled on to the welcoming stage. Then popped out, blew blue sweet kisses, and now it's trying to charm us. Well, we're charmed, baby! Eee! Kind of thing, you know? Like, they are eating it up. And, like, the Oricorio does a growl, but, like, again, it seems like all attention is on this little cute baby Pokemon right now. I mean, why would it not be? It is so cute and adorable. And then, so after the welcoming ceremony, right, let's see what we get. So after all that, okay, so after all that, let me just move these levels up, man. Because this is being silly now. So after all that, yeah, this should be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 3, 5, okay. And then, perfect. Yeah, even though the Pokemon in, like, leading the pack with Marlene and Jean Blanc were trying to do their best, their repeat moves just weren't enough to cut it. Nope. So, the Pokemon that are in are of course our baby and Marlene, our little tart and Marlene, and Jean-Luc and his Badoo, even though they also did repeat moves. The reason why is that Jean-Luc did try to play dirty, mainly trying to absorb other Pokemon's health away, which did take away from their performance because they kept getting hit. And again, trainers did not appreciate that, but also he generated hype because it's a good storyline, you know, like this girl has to beat this jackass kind of thing, you know? So basically good TV. And there is also an Illumise and a Basculin now. So this will be an interesting round. So, after the welcoming round and the selection process has been completed, the next part is now the actual performing bit, where the trainer selected for performance will now basically go against each other to try and rack up the most points. So let's see. Okay, so we'll have to re-roll that because we cannot have two of the same number. Better. Okay. Well, with Marlene generating the most hype out of the contestants so far, because again, you can't really beat a very cute baby. She will be going first. Jean-Luc will be going last because very unprofessional and very unsportsmanlike to be attacking other Pokemon during the welcoming phase. Okay. the Illumise will be third, and the Basculegion will be second. So, now is basically performance time for where you can select one of your other Pokemon to perform in this basically 3-round contest. So. Marlene will take a look at all the Pokemon she has right now. And let's roll for it to see if she has the wherewithal to choose the one that might be the best combination. Okay. So, again, she's a musical performer. She's not much of a contest person. So, she mainly is using her knowledge of how music should work and how music is. Yes. To decide this. Let's see what... Okay. So after, I guess, being labeled as a bad guy and a villain, Jean-Luc has to think on his feet and figure out, oh goodness, how am I gonna win them back? Hello, Red Sea! Welcome to the Pokemon D&D stream. Don't lose your head. I'm Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. And yes, it is Pokemon D&D Day. So hopefully you enjoy, and just to let you know, points do affect the story. So, Jean Blanc is in a panic because he's been labeled a bad guy because, yeah, he has been attacking other Pokemon during the welcoming phase. It is not sportsmanlike. It is not very good for him to be doing that. Thank you for the noise! So, with the nice there, it will boost up a ranking. Because some people love to watch a bad guy, and thank you for following me and becoming a specter in these hallowed halls of mine. Hopefully you'll enjoy. But yes, he has been labeled the villain of this contest so far, and people also like watching villains, so like, he doesn't want to be seen as a villain, but people love watching a bad guy. So he's looking through his Pokemon and like trying to figure out, what am I to do? Like, this isn't cool, this isn't right. Like, how am I to go against all this? So, with that, he will be using he will be using yeah. Okay. He will be using his little flub baby. There. Yes. Thank you for the Oh Canada. So, with the Oh Canada, goodness. With the Oh Canada redeem, the place starts getting colder. Thank you for the star! My favorite Pokemon? I do love me a good Pokemon. I love me a good scary Gengar. Hello, Arami! Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi, don't lose your head. I am your Dullahan VTuber, and today we are playing Pokemon DND. Yes, yes. So, he will be using his Flabebe to try and win the crowd back into thinking he's a better guy. So, with that, we'll be going right back in to the contest. So now it is time to rack up some points. So, Marlene will go right into her Pokemon Mandarin for this contest of show off that talent. I too love Pokemon. So, first, she will have her little Vulpix here shoot out an Ember. Let's see. Okay, it goes. So, the Ember shoots out. And 1, 2, 3. The 3 magical wisps appear around this Vulpix. Okay. Thank you for the love, Red Sea. And like, with the love, we do increase friendship with one of our Pokemon. And it will be our Vulpix Mandarin. So, the fire is surrounding. The fiery wisps are surrounding our Vulpix. The next thing, after that, she will try to make it look cool and have her Vulpix show off with a quick attack. Okay. So, the fiery embers, these fiery wisps surround this Vulpix as it dashes left to right, right to left, in kind of a musical melody. If you do genuinely want to stream, I would say go through the debut support program. And hi, Em, welcome to the stream. Don't lose your head. I'm Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber, and today we're playing Pokemon DND. How are you? How are you? Yeah, go through the debut support program. You will have to go through an interview. Once they accept you, then you can start streaming here. Anyhow, so it goes left to right in this musical-like melody to this music that you're hearing in the background here. And like, the people are like, oh, this is cool. This is interesting. As after that, as she's going quick attacking side to side, left to right. Ooh. She tries to tell Vulpix to go with a tail whip as it goes side to side, left to right with the music, but it is a pretty hard thing to do without practice, so they do stumble. Okay, we're good. Yeah. So, they do stumble. They lose a few points for that. But it's all good and dandy. As they try to recover from this. As despite the stumble from trying to use the tail whip with the Pokemon there, with the quick attack to try and go with the music. She'll try to end it with a powerful roar to... My day's been good! It's okay. It's okay, it's okay. She tries to end it with a big finale of a roar to try and get the fires to disperse nicely. And honestly, this somehow also doesn't go as well as she would have thought it would. So let's doesn't go as well. Thank you for the refreshed gift. With the refreshing gift, thank you for that, Red Sea. With the refreshing gift, not only do I refresh myself with some water here, but seeing that her Vulpix hasn't gotten her head quite in the game yet, mainly because it has been kind of battle-headed, like been in this heat of battle for a little bit. She will try to pick up the slack and help Vulpix herself with some encouraging words. Let's see how encouraging. Okay, that's 6. Okay, so yeah, she's like, I know you're nervous. Don't worry, I'm kind of nervous too, but we still gotta do our best, yeah? And with that, Mandarin gets a bonus evasion. And now let's see if, with that little bit of a pet talk, let's see if this roar goes through the way we want it. Yes! So, despite the nervousness, Vulpix, Mandarin takes a deep breath and lets out a powerful roar as the flames that were surrounding her kind of shoot up into the sky and disperse, but like in like the Pokemon Sparkles kind of way, and not in the, oh god, the fire is spreading kind of way. And that would be the end of her performance. Now the next couple performances. Let's see how they do. Ooh. The Basculegion is not doing well. Like, it is very battle heavy. Like, they try to use a tackle, try to use a headbutt and a bite to get right in there, get into the ring. But the crowd's not really feeling the vibes of that. They aren't. Thank you for the heart! Heart means more Pokemon will gain friendship. Yes, yes. That. And this one is... Okay. So they try to, instead, after that failure, try to instead go for a makeshift water aqua jet with a tackle and a water gun. I mean, the water gun was pretty okay. It was a little cute, but it wasn't quite enough with the tackle to make it a big finisher. Next would be the Illumise. Okay, this one's going a little better. So, this one would start with a sweet scent. Which helps relax the people, helps calms the people down from the hype before going to charm them, which it is bringing attention to them, not in the way people would expect, but it would still bring attention to them. Then, okay. So, then they try to use a quick attack and play nice, but the order of the moves here is what's confusing, at least to the judges here. Because this is kind of like a attacking kind of thing. They didn't try to dress it up as if they're trying to quickly spread the sweet scent around. So that is that on that. And now it's finally time. Jean-Luc and his Pokemon. Let's go. Okay. He is trying to recover from this newly labeled villain arc of his. He does not want this villain arc. So first he is going to use a safeguard. You know, try to show that, no, I'm not a bad guy. I will protect you, kind of thing. And like, after the confusing bit from that previous performance, the sabotage would go through. This is. So the sabotage would go through. And then he would use a pretty fairy wind. And it would sparkle, but being protected by the safeguard, the people in the audience aren't as wowed. Like, it's kind of like wearing sunglasses while, you know, trying to watch a bright light show. It kind of dims the effect. So, next, he would, let's see. Oh dear. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So, he would try to, you know, use a Vine Whip to make the tackle look really, really pretty. And it would have worked. It would have. In other circumstances. But the vines tripped up this poor Flabebe. And like, they stumble quite badly during this. Taking away points for them. So the point totals so far have Marlene in the lead, the Illumise in second, John Blanc in third, and our Bastia Legion trainer in fourth. But everything can change with the battle portion. Now, the battle portion is where Pokemon just duke it out one-on-one with each other and go, but you also have to keep your point totals safe. Hello, Lucky Fire Dragon! Welcome to the stream! Don't lose your head, I am Octavia Umbragi, I am your Dullahan VTuber, and today we are playing Pokemon DND, where your points dictate the story. Dog person. I own a hellhound myself. Thank you for following me and becoming a specter in these hallowed halls of mine. So, you have to keep your point total safe. Don't get your Pokemon knocked out. And don't let your opponent show you up. So now, Marlene is trying to think of... Thank you for the happy end! Well, I guess the ending is kinda decided. But how do we get there? Well, first would be the first battle. So, first battle would be of the Illumise versus Marlene. So, let us get that ready. There we go. Let's use... Which one? You know what? Let us use... No, I don't want that one. Which one? Do I use? We'll use this one. So here we go! So, Marlene will... Yeah! Strawberry will be going first. So, Strawberry Hour. Hello, Idle Cat. Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. Don't lose your head. And today, we are playing Pokemon D&D. We're just getting started with this battle. So, first, let's see what happens. All right. So, first, Swirlix will go for a Fairy Wind. Thank you for the stars! And yes, Pokemon D&D, your points do dictate the story. So, goes for a Fairy Wind. And how many? Yep, it hits. So let's go. How much damage will this do to this Illumise? Let's see. Oh no. Okay. So 5, and then that's 4, and then 22, but then we have to have it. So that's only 11 damage to this Illumise. Oh no. And the Spaduf The fairy wind barely hurts the Illumise. So, next will be the Illumise's turn. As they go, and because it barely dented the Illumise, and like the Illumise can shrug this off, the point total right now Marlene loses a point. Hold on. No, don't do that to me. I need to have longer lasting music for battles. Which one? Something that will last longer than what I had. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Come on. I need longer lasting battle music. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Maybe I should have done this from the start. But it's fine. Fine. Trust me, we'll be fine. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Na-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Come on. Why? Come on. Why? Do-do-do-do. I need high open the door. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. And today we're playing Pokemon DND. Don't lose your head. I'm just grabbing music that I can use for this. Okay. No need to worry. There we go. So, it will use a tackle attack, and it does go through. So, with the attack going through and Marlene stumble on that, let's see how much this does. Again, open the door. If you genuinely do want to stream here, yeah, you gotta go through IRIAM debut support. That's my way of doing it. Hello, Toga Himiko. Welcome to the stream. Today's a Pokemon D&D stream. Okay, so let's see. Oh, wrong dice. Let's go. Yay. Five. So this means thank you. I do my best. Yes. But yes. There we go. So, for a 10, 18. 18, and then with the defense, ooh, 6 damage there. But let's see. Thank you, thank you. I do love this model here as well. Ah, don't say that. I love IRIAM. I love chatting with you guys. No, I'm not in VR chat. Honestly, a lot of those 3D games give me headaches. And like, sometimes 3D movies too. So it's like, I could not handle trying that. Yeah, always. Age verif. Oh, age verif. And thank you, thank you. I'm glad you think so. Anyways, so that is minus 6. Yeah. So that is only 6 damage to our Swirlix here. Very tanky. Hello, little Joshua, Rich Gang. Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. And today is Pokemon DND Day. How are you? How are you? And now let's not say that, Himiko. Let's not. I know you are of age, but let us not say that for the time being. Good to hear, good to hear. Welcome to Pokemon D&D. So, that is just a glancing blow as well. And like, not doing big damage, but still doing something more than the Fairy Wind did. Ooh. So Marlene's taking pretty, like, a lot of contest damage right now. So, let's go. Seeing this, that she is not doing as well as she thought she would, she cheers on her Swirlix, you know, come on, you got this. Left, right, let's go. We can do this. We can win this. And yeah, open the door. We do need age stuff. Yep. And little Joshua Rich Gang. Let us make sure that we are all of age. We do need ages. Ooh, okay. So, seeing what's at stake, Marlene tells... Okay, how old are we? How old are we? We just need to make sure. Anyhow. And her trainer will also cheer on her Pokemon and get that evasion up as well. So, Marlene instead tries to go for a tackle this time. And it hits big. But yeah, little Joshua, Rich Gang. How old are we? How old are we? That is 8, 20, 32. How big is the defense? 32 minus. Ooh. That is rough. Whoa, that is rough. That is rough. Big damage there. That will be 23 damage there. 23. Big one. With that giant hit to the points, too. Oof. It's not looking good. Not looking good for the Illumise. Not at all. Like, they have definitely sustained an injury of some sort from that big tackle attack. And don't mind it. We continue, we roll. So that is one rough hit. And seeing that, they will try to affect the points by using a Play Nice, but Swirlix happily avoids it, and okay, and instead Strawberry will release a sweet scent around to lower the evasion. Not only lower the evasion back down, but the sweet scent comes in, surrounds this Illumise and our Strawberry Swirlix here. And now it seems like the Illumise is on the back foot. Whoops. Which lowers their points a bit there as well. Ooh. Looking pretty bad. Seeing that this didn't affect it, they try to fight Sweet Scent with Sweet Scent. Hold on for one moment. Okay, I see it. Looks cute. Anyhow. So on the back foot, trying to fight Sweet Scent with Sweet Scent. It seems like our Swirlix's Sweet Scent is winning out, if only by a bit. But like, this very sweet combination gives Marlene a idea. Let's see if it does. Okay. So, learning that her Pokemon did learn a new move, she will try it. With all the Sweet Scents around, she will try to use aromatherapy. Okay. So, the aromatherapy goes off. And like, the sweet strawberry-like scent and this other sweet honey-like scent kind of swirl around as our Swirlix uses aromatherapy to make it into one whole thing. A whole new scent. As it would. And this takes the trainer back. Like, Oh, goodness. Shouldn't have done that. And they try to use a charm. But again, Swirlix's move is not charmed at all. Focused on their own sweet world there. And with that, that battle ends. And Marlene wins. Not by knocking out the Pokemon, but basically taking down her opponent's points all the way down to 0. As the timer ticks, all the way down to 0. When after her Swirlix used the very smart combination of turning the Sweet Scent battle against the other Pokemon, basically. Having Marlene move on to the next round. But now the question is, who will win against this Basculin? So, let's see. The battle will commence. There. Ooh, that's rough. So, John Luke likes using grass-type Pokemons. Or at least grass-adjacent type Pokemons, it seems. With his Pokemon basically taking over a lot of the moves there. And like taking over this whole thing. Pokemon easily takes the win. With one last absorb and taking this Basculin down. And now it's just Jean-Luc and her. So, they make sure their Pokemon are healed up and ready for this big battle. The final battle. Jean-Luc brings in a new Pokemon. It's a Piplup. He looks at Marlene and is like, you can use your star now, huh? I'll douse out all those flames of yours. He's trying to be cool and trying to, you know, win the crowd over. Marlene is very much confused because she wasn't really thinking of bringing Mandarin into this fight with this Piplup, like, at all. Not one bit. As Strawberry is here and, like, gives him a happy little wave with their tail and like barks at him, which ticks him off immensely. And he's basically going off on Marlene like, why didn't you bring your star Pokemon? You know that Vulpix is the star here. You know it's gonna bring in so much attention. Marlene just shrugs. Why would I? Why would I bring Mandarin to this? It's been a pretty big day for the poor girl anyways. Or the poor guy anyways. I mean, really? Are you really going to? Okay. As the battle starts. So, with the battle starting. Let me just... So, Piplup is in, ready for a brawl. But the Penguin's kind of slow compared to the Swirlix. Okay. So Swirlix will lead off with another gust of fairy wind. Whoosh. As it does hit. It does hit. Let's see how much damage this does. Ooh, that's a nice big one. So that is 9, 18, and then 30, 18, and then 26. Big damage. 26 big damage. And how much attack do we have here? Duh. So 9. So we just take one of those out and add this straight. So 17 damage to this Piplup. Whoa. So that would be 17 damage to this Piplup, which would mean yep. Which would leave it with nearly half his HP. Leaving it pretty injured right now. Ooh. So, it, boom, injures the Piplup, and those points on that big screen tick straight down really quickly as it looks. John Lucas is not pleased as the Piplup goes to shoot out a water gun. And as it shoots it out, carried by the fairy wind, our strawberry swirls around it, making a show of it. Hello, Nikki. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Uh-huh. How are you? How are you? Hopefully you're well. I see. If this is how we're going to behave. I see. I see how, if that's how you're going to behave. Anyhow. Ignoring all that. Shoots out a water gun. And with that water gun being shot out and being carried by the water gun, basically making a mockery of this attack, John Luke's points continue to tick down. Again, it's going down really quick. It looks like. And he's saying it's rigged. He does not like this at all. Like, what do you mean? Why are my points ticking down? He calls for his Piplup to, you know, get his head in the game. Dodge, dodge, dodge! As Marlene is cheering on her Pokemon more positively, saying that they're on a good streak. Let's keep on going. Okay. So, the next round begins as with the burst of fairy wind around and Swirlix still riding in the swirling of the water gun there. It leaves a trail of sweet scent behind as it passes by this Piplup, lowering that evasion right down. Right down. As Luke then tries to get his Piplup to go for a pound attack. Two, and it just barely hits as it swirls by. So let's see how much this will do. Okay. So 18. Yeah. It has done some damage. Once again. The pound did hurt Swirlix a little bit, but Swirlix is still up and running and still going on strong after being healed. As with that hit, Marlene's points go down. Hello, the boss! 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Pokemon DND. How are you? How are you? Hopefully you're gonna have fun. Anyways, he keeps cheering on his Pokemon to get into the game. Come on. As Marlene does the same, you know, encouraging Strawberry that they're doing a great job. They can continue pushing through. Okay. So, with the sweet scent and that, as the sweet scent passes by Piplup, Marlene commands her Swirlix to release a fairy wind as another gust of wind blows their way. Okay. It's not as strong, mainly because of the sweet scent being carried around. Do-do-do-do-do. So that is... Do-do-do. 15. And then... That is 23. So that's still 12 damage. As Piplup is not looking great, that's for sure. As John Luke's points tick right down pretty quickly. While John Luke tells his Piplup to release a growl attack and make it look cute. It does. And it does hit, bringing that combat stage back down after feeling all the hype. But no points seem to be deducted, mainly because it didn't seem to affect the Swirlix at all, outside chilling it out a little bit. Strawberry's now chilled out, not so much in the battle mindset now. Alright, let's see how this last leg of the battle goes. Ooh, not great. As she tells Piplup to go for a tackle, and it just barely is able to hit. Just barely. Three on the die. So 9 plus that. 14. Damage. Even if it's a tiny bit of damage, points are slowly being whittled away. As John-Luke tries to go for another water gun, but because it was charging towards it, because Robert was charging towards it anyways, it is able to work right around. Let's see how this last bit goes. Okay. As it swirls right back around, Marlene goes for another fairy wind. Let's see. Ooh. $10, 18, 27. Well, back to 18. Boom! And it knocks this Piplup out. As those points also tick all the way down to 0. And with that, Marlene is the winner of this battle. Thank you for the happy end, Redeem, which does decide if the ending will be good or bad. Happy end! But, that's not the end of this session, no. Because now that she won, the town is congratulating her on her win. She now gets let me see. No. Well, get. Where is it here on the ship? Do 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 do. Let me look for that thing, because it should be here somewhere. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. We'll also get, where is it? Where is it? No. No, not those. Yeah. Oh, okay. She could just do that if she takes that. Okay. So, she would not only win some money, but also where is it? Where is it? A fun item. Where is it? You know what? There we go. She will also get a couple items. So, not only will she get a oval stone, but also a whipped dream. And also a firestone. Just a couple evolution items. But her Pokemon seem to be happy as they are right now. So she hasn't given them any of these items, but they are there now for her to use. So let us take some of these things here, because we did it! We leveled up! Let's level up! So, let's do some more calcs. 2, 10. So, this. And then 12 would be this. So we have 2 of those. So that would be like that. Okay. And then we multiply that by this. And well, okay. So let's split this up into fair amounts. Yeah, it doesn't look like this will split up evenly, so about 45 each. So let us 30, 45 is 75. Level up! Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Graining. Yes, has been learned. And then 45 to here. Goodness, that's nightmarish looking. We'll bring this up. To this. Good, good. Disarming voice. And of course, Mandarin. So another 45. So that should be okay. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, we've got some stuff cooking for the next Pokemon D&D session. So let us spread points around now. Yep. Something like this. That. Spread some stuff around. Okay. Okay. Oop. There we go. And now we up you a little bit. Yes. So there we go. There we go. Everyone levels up and, you know, everyone's gotten themselves rested, healed up. And everyone's celebrating for the win. As off in the distance, as the sun begins to set, fireworks going off, people are like cheering, howling, and like having fun at the festival before things come to a close. Off in the distance, You hear the wolves howl. The wolves' howl can be heard. Now, no one knows. Now, everyone's confused. Why would the wolves be howling? Are they celebrating with us? Could it be that something's going on past that? They don't know. And now let's see if Marlene here has the courage to do so. Yes, yes. As this would be the next milestone. Hoorah. So... Let's see. She does. 8. Okay. Oh wait, let's 8 and then perception, yeah. Okay, 13. Better. So, she would notice that Mandarin is looking around, hearing the howls at night. Mandarin would be looking around, very curious as to what's going on, and would want to continue on deeper into this path. And Marlene is scared, but she trusts her Pokemon quite a lot. So, off she goes outside this city. Well, this small town. But, you know, they call her back. It's like, no, don't go out yet. It's a little dangerous. I know you have pretty strong Pokemon now, but no, not quite yet. It's getting late. You might run into trouble out there. So she accepts their humble allowances for her to stay a night at one of the nicer places there. Like, the Pokemon Center does allow people to sleep there, but it's not as nice as a hotel. So she thanks them, and once that's done, she would, you know, look at her new items to help evolve her Pokemon. Look at them and see if they would, you know, want to evolve quite yet. And they're not quite ready yet. They're happy as they are. Like, they're happily cuddled up with her. As... let me take this. Let me see. Oh, I need this. Yes. Let's see. There we go. Go. Yep. So she takes a couple hours into the night to help clean our Pokemon up. I mean, they've been outside all day. She just got this nice little groomer's kit from her battling. So she would like to do that. And she would basically let them know, like, yeah, you may be, you know, like this underdog that no one would think you can, no one thinks you'd win. No one thinks you can win, but you guys are special to me. You guys can do everything. Everything you put your mind up to. So do not think that there is no hope for you guys, because I believe in you, kind of thing. Hello, Red Sea. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are now in the cooling down phase of the story. We just won the contest thanks to the happy end gift. But now it's cooling down. We've heard howls outside. There's howling outside the city. Thank you for the LOVE love! And with the both the L and the of for LOVE love. LOVE love. Yeah! With the love. More Pokemon do get happiness, as if they weren't getting happiness from the grooming. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much. But yeah, just in case, how old are we? Because minors have been wandering about, and we cannot have minors around, sadly. Also from the contest. Okay. 18, that's fine. Anyways, so yeah, we've won some evolution items from the contest, but Marlene doesn't think they're ready for them to evolve, and plus our Pokemon are happy the way they are. And also, the reason why we're gonna head out into the city next time is because Mandarin heard those howls and is like perked up and wanting to head out there to see what's going on. And Marlene does trust her Pokemon quite a lot. So that is a thing.